All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to say Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. A double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom. All right, so I'm back at you with another quick lesson in the spirit. All right, this article is from yahoonews.com. The title, it reads, it says, U.S. mistrust on the rise, with the government seen as worst poll. All right, this article came out July 22nd, 2019. Okay, it reads here, it says a new survey of U.S. adults show low levels of trust in government, at least in part due to President Donald Trump's numerous falsehoods. All right, so I'm going to read a little bit of this and grab some scriptures. It says, Washington AFP, Americans distrust the news media, but see government and political leaders as even more untrustworthy, a survey showed Monday. Okay, so what you're seeing in the spirit is that people are totally turning their backs upon this place, man. Okay, people are waking up from the oppression, all right, and the lies of the president and these so-called politicians. People see that this place is a piece of shit, man. Okay, and its own government can't be trusted, you know, which is all part of prophecy that this place, America, Babylon, okay, would be divided to the core. All right, read a little bit more. It says, the Pew Research Center found 69% of Americans say the federal government intentionally withholds important information from the public, while 61% say the news media intentionally ignores important stories. And this is true, man. Okay, so people are waking up and realizing that they can't trust this this government, this system, man. You know, which plays into the fact of the city of confusion being broken down, man. Okay, this is let's grab Isaiah 24 and verse 10. Start at verse 10 straight to the point. Isaiah 24 verse 10, and it reads, it says, the city of confusion is broken down. All right, and that's Babylon. All right, Babal in the Hebrew. All right, which means confusion. Okay, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. And another thing that's playing out is that they announced by the end of next year that another 12,000 businesses or jobs will be shut down, man. You know, and these devils will tell you, oh, you know, you have all these different thousands of jobs being created, man. That's not happening, man. Okay, everything is being shut down, man. All right, this place is in poverty. The economy is destroyed. So that city of confusion is broken down, man. All right, it says, verse 11 says, there's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. You see, and that plays into the mistrust. All right, on how the so-called American people feel about this government, man. Okay, that mirth is gone, man. They can't trust, the people can't even trust the system, man. There was another article that came out that majority of Americans, you know, wish that they didn't even live in America, man, that they could live somewhere else. They're showing you that the morale, you know, everything that so-called made America great is dying, man. All right. Reading on, it says, nearly two-thirds say it's hard to tell the difference between what is true and false when they hear elected officials, and almost half said the same about information they encounter on social media. The survey highlighting growing mistrust among Americans in institutions and each other, which can make it more difficult to deal with social and political issues. Because one thing that Trump announced, you know, that the so-called 2020 elections were going to be very ugly. All right, because what this devil is using, he's using this whole white nationalism platform to ride his way into the office for 2020. So there's going to be civil unrest, race wars. Okay, people are already on edge because of Trump, man. You know, but all of this is being set up through the Spirit of the Lord. You see, it says researchers found 64% of U.S. adults believe trust in each other has declined. Okay, let me read that again. It says researchers found 64% of U.S. adults believe trust in each other has declined. and 58% say it is very important to reverse that. All right, so that's a lot of people that feel that that they can't trust anybody in this place, man. Okay, but that's all part of the prophecy. All right, let's grab this. Matter of fact, I grabbed this. This is Ecclesiastes 3:1. It says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven." Okay, jumping down to verse 7. It says, "A time to rend, a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak." All right, which we're clearly in that time of speaking. It says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And we're in a time of hate and a time of war. Okay, and this is all happening through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So once again, this all adds into this place, Babylon being destroyed. You know, the city of confusion being broken down, man. Okay, it says, quote, "Americans are worried that distrust in the government and others is taking a toll on the nation," said Lee Rennie, head of Pew's Internet Technology Research. Quote, "They believe that distrust gets in the way of solving some pressing problems, that it flows from a broken political culture and it keeps neighbors apart, man." Okay, because all of these things, like as I was saying, and what this article is saying as well, okay, pretty much, man, this place is about to hit that boiling point, man. All right, and we understand through prophecy that all hell is going to break loose in America, man. Okay, because I read another article. I wish I had it pulled up, but I was explaining before about how, you know, these devils are saying that there's been a radicalization of Americans, man, because you have all these groups of people, you know, like alt-right, feminists, the LGBT community, you know, white supremacists, so-called black supremacists. Okay, you have all these different groups that have been radicalized, man. So this is going to eventually erupt into order ab chaos, man. You know, all hell is going to break loose, and these devils are going to use that to push forth the martial law, you know. But let me grab this too. This is Isaiah 19:2. It says, "I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians." All right, is not America modern day Egypt? You know. So the scripture says, "I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom." All right. So as you're seeing right now, you got a lot of protests going on around the world in America. All right. You know, you have the uproars of the people, commotions of the people. Okay. Because these race wars and these civil wars are about to take off, man. Okay. So so Trump is doing the bidding of the elite, man. Okay. He's doing what he's supposed to do, man, by getting the people riled up, man, and charged up. You see? It says, verse 3 says, "The spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof." Okay. And that's what we're reading in this article. Okay. That spirit of America is failing, man. Okay. You have distrust of the government, distrust of the people. Okay. All of these things are declining in this society, man. You know, as the scriptures say, all things come to an end. You know, it says in the spirit, Isaiah 19:3, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols and to charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards." You know, which is the point, man. But that's the spirit of Egypt is failing, man. Okay, so there's no bringing this place back. There's no making this place great again, man. All right. It says, reading a little bit more, it says, "At the same time, people are full of ideas about solutions to trust problems. They range from muffling political partisanship to reorienting the news to creating community projects where people can work shoulder to shoulder." It says, Pew said, "At the least part of the reason for the lack of trust in government lies with President Donald Trump, who has repeated at least 10,000 falsehoods since taking office, according to one account, who has repeatedly attacked mainstream media reports about him as fake news. Asked why the level of trust in the government has declined, 14% cited Trump and his administration, while 10% noted the performance of the news media." All right. So this place is pretty much, you know, all in confusion, divided. You know, it says, Jumping down, reading the end here, it says the respondents said they believe the mistrust can be reversed. 84% believe the level of confidence Americans have in the federal government can be improved, and 86% said the same about the confidence Americans have in each other. All right, so basically that like I said, the morale is done in this place, man. You know, let's grab this. All right, this is Mark 3:23, and it reads, and he called them unto him, and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? Verse 24, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. All right, and as you see, America is fully divided within itself, man. Okay, this place is divided from the inside out, and this is just further proves that this place is collapsing, man. Okay, just like Yahweh said, it says if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. You know, it says, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Verse 26, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. All right, and as you see, this kingdom, America, Babylon, has an end, man. Okay, so the division within itself is what's going to bring this kingdom down, man. You know, which we're seeing. So, you know, Lord willing, you know, that lesson be edifying, man. You know, just, you know, this place is gradually being taken out by the Spirit of the Lord, you know. So, Lord willing, that lesson was edifying. I'm going to close it out by saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. All right, double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David. A Shalom.